Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to share one of the hardest moments in my life and how God used that moment to teach me the meaning of forgiveness. Several years ago, I went through a painful experience of betrayal. I had a close friend with whom I shared my faith journey. We prayed together, we worshiped together, and we encouraged one another in the Lord. But one day, this very friend hurt me in a way I could never have imagined. This friend took something precious from me and spread false words about me to others I deeply trusted. Suddenly, people I loved and respected turned away. When I found out, my heart was shattered. From that moment, it became very difficult for me to trust anyone in the church. Every time I tried to pray, instead of lifting my heart to God, I found myself consumed with anger, bitterness, and resentment. At night, I couldn't sleep. The memory of what happened replayed in my mind like a broken record, and deep inside I asked, "Why, Lord? Why did you allow this to happen to me? How could you let this betrayal destroy my life?" One night I cried out in frustration, "God, I cannot forgive this person. They ruined my peace. They destroyed my relationships. How could you possibly expect me to forgive?" And in the stillness I heard a gentle whisper in my heart, "Have I not forgiven you?" I froze. It was true. I was a sinner, unworthy of God's love. My life was filled with hidden sins, shameful thoughts, and failures that only God could see. Yet through Jesus Christ, He forgave me completely. Still, my human heart resisted. I knew in my head that I should forgive, but my emotions screamed otherwise. Even while I prayed, bitterness rose again and again. So I made a decision. "Lord, I cannot forgive with my own strength. Please, change my heart. Give me the strength to forgive." This prayer did not bring instant results. It became a daily struggle. Some days I prayed and still ended with anger. Some days I even wished for revenge. But slowly, as I kept kneeling before God, something began to change. After months of prayer, I found myself able to mention that person's name in prayer. At first, it was mechanical, almost forced. "Lord, that person is also your child. Please have mercy on them." But over time, that prayer became genuine. One Sunday, during worship, we sang the hymn, "Amazing Grace." The words struck me like never before. "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me." Tears flowed uncontrollably. How could I, forgiven of so much, withhold forgiveness from just one person? How could I, a sinner saved by grace, keep holding on to bitterness? That was the moment my hardened heart began to soften. Forgiveness wasn't immediate. It was a process. Every time resentment rose again, I prayed again. But the weight on my heart grew lighter. When I thought of that person, I no longer felt my chest burning with anger. Instead, I found myself praying, "Lord, bless them. Be with them." Eventually, I had to face that person in real life. I was nervous. Would the anger return when I saw their face? But to my surprise, I felt peace. I could listen without hatred, and then, with trembling words, I said, "You hurt me deeply, but before God I have chosen to forgive you." In that moment, I felt a freedom I had never known before. I realized that forgiveness is not just for the other person, it is for me. Through forgiveness, God broke the chains of bitterness that had imprisoned my heart. My dear friends, do you have someone you cannot forgive? Is there a name that makes your heart heavy, your prayers dry, your worship empty? I have been there, but I discovered this truth at the foot of the cross. Just as God forgave me first, I can also forgive.